Don't you just love it when some creator posts an incomplete video? No backstory, no nothing. Middle of an argument, middle of a fight, we have no context, and we're rage baited. Don't you just love it when we have to fill in the gaps with our own projections and our own traumas and get mighty invested, and we're asking, what happened? What was going on before you clicked the camera on? Tell us the story, Jamira.
What happened before you pressed record, Jamira? Why is your mom screaming at you, Jamira? Screaming at you. After everything I've done, after everything I sacrificed, you have the nerve to call me selfish? And your response was so interesting. It was so calm, cool, and collected, steady. Wow, right before my graduation. And you got to pick up on the clues in the video. Your mom is dressed up in a sundress, braids fresh down, ready to roll. Ready to walk out the door for this graduation. But somehow she got to be yelling at you about you calling her ungrateful. What happened before you press record? Because one thing about the internet is we have learned to recognize a whole bunch of things, and reactive abuse is one of them. She's crashing out. You're calm and cool as a cucumber. It's not clicking, Steven. It's not. Make it make sense. What did you do to her? You know, we always talk about the parents being the narcissists and fail to realize when the kids are the narcissists. Not that she is. I'm not calling her one, but I'm just saying. When it walks like a duck, because something clearly is not clean in the milk. Why is she screaming at you like that right before y'all are slated to walk out the door for your graduation? And then you took the video down and all you see is post of you like at graduation. That's all I know.
Me selfish?
On my graduation.
Yes! You gonna tell me all this I did for you, Jamira? That I'm selfish?
What you did?
If ever there was a time for us to get the whole story, I think it would be now. Because we ain't getting the whole story. Are we, Jamira? I cut this part of the video specifically because everybody is looking at this woman when she's having a full-on meltdown with no compassion and no thought whatsoever what happened to get her there. But Jamira knows. That woman's face is full of pain. That's not anger, that's not envy, that's not jealousy or anything like that. It's pain. Raw pain that Jamira just caught on video and is going viral right now. We're supposed to believe that you didn't provoke this. That's what you want everybody in your comments is, oh, happy graduation, go no contact, and I can't believe you went through all of that. You'll survive. Girl, what did you do to your mama? Because that woman is in pain. And those sacrifices that she's talking about are real. What did your mother sacrifice to get you to your graduation day? You didn't do it by yourself, Jamira. And that part where she says, you're going to pay for that, I do believe your mother meant something specific. And it's probably whatever the did to get her to that point that you caught on video and exploited your mother's pain. You're a bad child. And these people can shoot this sunshine and fake your ass if they want to. But I need the whole story. Because I know a black woman's face when it is in that type of pain. And you did something, and it's been a lot. It's been building. Jamira. So what did you do to your mother?
Hey, welcome to the channel, or welcome back. We're invested, we're rage baited because we can't mind our business.
Mind your business. Tell the co-workers tomorrow. Mind your business.
And we have trauma, and we love taking sides of stories that we don't know about what's going on, and we live our lives somewhat vicariously through the creators who post content online. We get sucked into family dramas such as this one. This young lady posted a video just before her graduation of her mama going off on her about being selfish, and then she says, yes, you are selfish, and the mom, who's decked out in a white sundress ready to go to this graduation, bangs the door on her, and we're left wondering what happened?
But why though?
What happened?
Now people are polarized. People are divided. Jamira, everybody, both sides, everybody wants to know. Wants to hear, Jamira, what happened? Some people want to hear both sides. Some people want to hear the whole story. What happened before you started rolling the camera?
The camera's rolling.
To get your mom to get to this point. What happened after? Can we have a backstory? Can we have the full story? People are polarized and some already taking sides. Jamira, tell us what happened. What got your mom to this point? And some are like, it takes a lot to get to this point where someone records their mom doing this. Maybe it's a cry for help. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just rage baiting us to drive up her numbers, to drive up her engagement.
You've been bamboozled.
And make some mint from social media. Who knows? But we're here for it. We're invested now because family drama is probably the best kind of drama. Hey, look at soap operas that have been running forever. It's family dramas, right? It's not corporate takeovers. It's not stock market stuff. It's not growing cultures in a lab. It's how families operate and the drama and the cloak and dagger stuff that happens in families like yours and mine. But the question remains, what happened, Jamira?
Hey, what happened?
I've got a few more stitches for you and then I'll be back with my take and you can share your take in the comments. You're welcome to like, subscribe, comment, and vote in the poll at the end of the video.
All the sacrifices I made for you, don't you ever tell me I'm selfish. Don't you do it. And you know what? You gonna pay for that. Me selfish? Okay.
On my graduation.
Okay. Me selfish?
On my graduation.
Yes! You gonna tell me all this shit I done did for you, Jamira? That I'm selfish?
What you did was selfish.
I think the comments under that video are disappointing but not surprising. So basically, all we see, I mean, you're not missing much context because all we see from that video is a girl who we can infer it's her graduation day because at the end she's like, really, on my graduation day? And her mom is freaking out, yelling at her, honey. But here's the thing. All I need to know about that video is that it's the girl's graduation day and her mom potentially ruined it. That's what I got from that video. And all the comments, I'm gonna elaborate, but all the comments are like, we need to hear your mom's perspective. Well, what did you say before you turned on the camera? Your mom's reaction is too over the top for you to not have done anything. We need to hear both sides. You wouldn't be here without your mother. You wouldn't be graduating if your mom didn't help you, this, that, and the other. Let's be very clear. Some parents do exist where it doesn't take much for them to explode like that. For everybody who's in the comments like, well, she didn't just start yelling out of nowhere. You don't know that woman. You don't know that woman. Maybe she has a temper. Maybe she is known for just exploding out of nowhere. You don't know that woman. Just like I don't know that woman. We're all making assumptions. But I think it's surprising how many people are in the comments within her, age bracket, okay? I guarantee that most of the people in the comments that are like, what did you do to your mom? Most of y'all are boomers. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it because you guys all act like that. But then once a mirror is put up to you and you see how you look, okay, how you're acting, it's like, well, you must have taken her there. Well, what did you do to make her react like that? But I guarantee if the roles were reversed and a mother was filming her child having a reaction like that, it wouldn't be, well, what did you do to your kid to have her react like that? It would be, ugh, what a brat. What an ungrateful brat. Anyway, for everybody in the comments asking what happened before the camera started rolling, what did you say? What did you do? Da 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 da. Why is your mom reacting like that? The mom's literally telling you in the video. She's literally telling you why she's reacting like that. The girl called her selfish. Obviously, I'm sure more words were exchanged than that, but it seems like the mother's takeaway from whatever happened before the camera started rolling was that the daughter called her selfish. So now let's ask ourselves, okay, if we're going to play devil's advocate, if we're going to at least pretend to be fair here, now let's ask ourselves, what did the mom say or do to make the daughter call her selfish? Because you can be a parent and still be selfish. Let's stop pretending like it's impossible. Like, just because, you know, oh, I gave birth to you and I paid for this and I paid for that, that doesn't make you a fit parent. And I'm not saying her parent is unfit. I'm just saying selfish parents do exist. Narcissistic parents do exist. Just because you brought somebody into the world and threw some money their way doesn't make you, you know, parent of the year. But what I really want to get into is how, in my opinion, how do I word this? I feel like, first of all, okay, before you make the choice to have a child, to bring a child into your world, not even the world, but into your world, I feel like you need to, I don't know, take a course or something. Watch a YouTube video on how to like healthily control your own emotions. Okay? Because y'all boomer parents specifically, because y'all love to say Gen Z this and Gen Z that, but y'all boomer parents do not know how to control your emotions, and then you turn around and expect your children to know how to either deal with your crazy emotions or how to control their own emotions when you were not a good example of how to do that. That's just tea. So first and foremost, learn how to control your emotions. Secondly, I think parents in general need to learn how to compartmentalize certain things. I'm not the girl who likes to sweep things under the rug, and I'm not saying this mom needs to sweep things under the rug, but I'm saying on a day such as your child's college graduation, that is a big milestone. You will never get this day back. She will never get this day back. I don't care what my kid says to me. I don't care what my kid has done to me. And I'm not saying your kids should just be disrespectful. I'm not saying your kid should have a past to treat you whatever kind of way. But on a day like a graduation, a prom, a wedding, a birth, like I'm just thinking like milestone moments, as like putting myself in the shoes of a parent. I would think that I don't want anything to take away from my kid's day, because they'll never get this back. And if I'm the reason that it's ruined, I wouldn't be able to live with myself. And you shouldn't be able to live with yourself if you're the reason your kid's college graduation is ruined. So what I'm saying is, again, regardless of the words that were exchanged, I feel like that mother should have been able to, you know what, put that to the side. Maybe she could have even said something like, oh, that's very disrespectful, and we will revisit this conversation. I'm not saying let it slide. I'm saying we'll revisit this conversation. But today is your day. Today's a very special day. And I don't want to take this away from you. You deserve to be celebrated because you just got through however many years of college. And that is a big accomplishment. And we're gonna celebrate that accomplishment. That's how I think that should have gone down. Okay? But I feel like a lot of boomer parents can't even see past their own nose sometimes. Y'all aren't going to be able to comprehend what I just said, because all you heard was, oh, so we should let our kids disrespect us. That's all you heard. I promise that's all you heard from what I just said. And that's all you heard from the video that I just showed. But it's deeper than that.
Okay, polarize us, Jamira and Mama, and your family drama.
Doesn't rhyme. All good predictions rhyme.
I am all for hearing the other side. I am all for hearing both sides of what happens. I'm all for hearing the whole story from both sides, because it's not always just the incident that you have right at that moment. It's always pretty much, this is how human nature is, pretty much a bunch of little micro incidences before then. I like to hear both sides because I'm not just a gossip, but it helps to make the right call, the right judgment, and not to victimize and not to villainize somebody unnecessarily. So both sides can reconcile and move forward, ultimately, for the good of all, right? And gossip.
Spicy.
Okay, like I was saying, none of us know this mother. None of us know Jamira except for what she posts on her social media. And for people to be saying, what did you do to your mom? What did you do to your mom? Could it be? Let's see both sides. We're talking about both sides here. We want to know, right? What happened, Jamira? What happened, Jamira? Unless what happened, Jamira, is what did you do? You are to blame.
It's their fault. That's right. It's their fault. It's their fault.
Jamira, unless it's code for that. We do want to know. Unless it's Jamira who could be, I don't know, giving a cry for help or something. But my takeaway from this is your child is not responsible for regulating your feelings. And you as the child, you are also supposed to take into stride the sacrifices that have been put into place for you to get to this great day. One of the stitches, one of the ladies was talking about Jamira is cool, calm, and collective. But I heard some weird hoarseness in her voice, like she had been crying. I don't think she's a drunk, like she was coming out of a bottle. She doesn't have a voice because she was drunk or something. I heard some hoarseness, and I took it as probably before she had press play, there had been a lot of shouting and she was hoarse, probably from crying, because it's the before my graduation. None of you picked that up.
She did!
None of you picked that up. You just picked up the rage, the strong emotions. This is something that I've noticed that we need to come away from. We notice the big, bold, passionate emotions, and whatever isn't at that level, we say Jamira is cool, calm, and collective, and probably scheming on her mother. Then she presses play because she's cool, calm, and collected because she's not reactive the way she was the mother was reactive. But if Jamira, from the tone of the comments, was at the same level that her mom is at, I think it would have been infinitely worse for her, because already people have made up in their minds that Jamira is the villain, right?
I'm playing the villain, baby. Just like you want.
And what would it look like, right? What would it look like if Jamira had met her mom at the same tone that the mom was coming? I don't know. I think it would have been worse for Jamira, and I'm not sure about the reactive abuse. People will say that she's cool, calm, and collected, and that's reactive abuse. That's why she pressed the button. She might be someone who's used to or experienced a lot of this behavior from her mom and recorded it, because as you can see from the comments, and we're not surprised, none of y'all would believe it. You're ready to believe that because the mom is upset, Jamira has done something wrong. I'm not sure about that. I'm trying to play the balancing game here, because the big emotions might be that the mother is hurt true. The big emotions might be that the mother is abusive and dramatic.
I'll be the victim all your life.
On the flip side, right? I stand with you. I stand with everyone. I do want the backstory and I do want the update, and I don't want us to be so quick, especially with family dynamics, on big days where there's stress, where there's pressure towards all this, and everybody wants to claim the success of the big day. I don't want us to be quick to label one person or the other a villain.
You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
I did some sleuthing, and just from the context cues on this young lady's page, there were no graduation pictures with the mother. There were plenty with her father. And there were comments that the whole issue might have been that she invited her estranged father to the graduation, and the mother was upset and felt that it was an insult, a kick to her. She had probably endured some abuse from Jamira's father, and they're not together, and she's had to make sacrifices to get Jamira to this graduation point, this place where she's being crowned for getting a degree, getting her college degree and that kind of thing. And she probably feels, because she made a lot of sacrifices being the day-to-day parent who's left raising the child rather than the father, it's unfair, it's insulting to bring him at this crowning moment. It's speculation that's coming from the comments, that's coming from the pictures with the father and no pictures with the mother. When she said you'll pay, she probably meant I'm not showing up at this graduation if this man is there. This is my alleged speculation from reading context cues. But at the same time, if You're upset that she's bringing her father into this moment. What kind of person have you raised, right? Maybe I'm not saying this right. If you're upset that your daughter brings in her father for this grand moment, her crowning moment, you would rather she does not. What kind of person would that have made your daughter? Wouldn't that have made your daughter someone who inherits your pain? I'm not going to say bitterness. Who inherits your pain, who inherits your trauma? Shouldn't she be free to make her own decision about what kind of person her father is? Because it will happen that men are not good partners, but somehow they get some kind of grace to be good fathers.
And forgive my husband. He knows not what he does.
Amen.
Shouldn't Jamira and children in Jamira's situation be allowed to experience their fathers and make their own decisions? I am just speculating. I am just throwing my 2 cents into this. And I'm inviting you guys to share your 2 cents as well. We're invested and we're hoping for an update. I'm looking for an update, looking forward to it, and I'll share it with you if there is an update. But in the meantime, just share your thoughts in the comment section and come back. Like, subscribe, come back. I make videos every day. I'll see you soon. Bye.
What happened before you press record, Jamira?
So it turns out we might be getting a backstory from Jamira. Let's check into Jamira. Jamira, are you there?
Suck my dick. You're not getting no backstory.
Absolutely not.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.